Lisa.
Brought to you by Southtown Hyundai.
Play 107.
Underrated, a pen that works as soon as you start writing with it. Like a smooth pen.
Lots of ink left in that bad boy, too.
Lots of ink.
Yeah.
You don't have to scribble on like the corner of the sheet first. You don't have to be writing on a weird angle or have something underneath the sheet of paper. It just works.
Yeah, I don't know why people don't buy more pens to have handy, like good pens, and then you just throw one out as soon as it gives you grief. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I would absolutely say that. I was looking for a pen last night on my way to Slow Pitch for like the scorekeeping sheet, and it's like dusty out there. It's hard on pens. It's a hard life for pens out on the ball diamond.
Okay.
And could not find a good pen. I'm like, why? They're $1. This is not worth my time.
Whenever we go out for events with our station, we give swag away. And the pens are the hottest commodity, especially when we're giving them out to people that are servers. They're like, this is the best.
Yeah, thank you.
This is the best free gift to
Here's
get.
some free appetizers.
I wish.
All right, I agree for sure. For mine, I'm going to go with underrated, and it's those small spaces in time in between when you're actually doing something noticeable.
What do you mean? Like, what's an example of something noticeable?
Like, okay, you're crushing a workout, noticeable. You're driving home, noticeable.
Okay.
The space of time in between. When you're like walking out of the gym and you grab a big gasp of fresh air as you walk out. I don't know why I'm thinking that often they're associated with a crisp air, but like Friday, you're done work. That's a noticeable thing, right? You just finished a work day. And then, again, drive home or walk home. But like that moment when you step out and swing the door open to freedom for the weekend. That's the little moments I'm talking about. There's a bunch of them. Like pretty much anything that you do, the little moments in between.
The only one that sucks is when you leave the movie theater and it's still bright out. And you're like, I thought I could go home and go to bed. I still have to do things because the sun's up.
Right.
But no, I agree with you.
Thank you.
What about like when you're done grocery shopping? Or is that not a good one because you still have to unload, load?
Exactly. I would say that's a bad one.
Sorry, bad example.
Yeah, really bad.
107.
Your all-time best sports accomplishment is what we're talking about. This after Lisa drained an 85-foot exactly putt yesterday.
No, we're not saying exactly.
Because you didn't measure it.
We didn't measure it, but I asked all 5 of the guys I was golfing with. I was like, what do you think that was? Like, how many feet? And all of them agreed it was between 80 and 85, which is awesome.
You know what? That is, you had 4 dudes who are all over the age, 5 dudes that are all over the age of what, 45, 50?
Yeah, there was one guy who looked to be in his 30s, the rest of them 50 plus.
You know what? Those guys have measured a lot of things in their life. I would say that's actually a pretty accurate way. I thought you just asked one guy.
No, I asked all of them individually. I was like, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts?
I think we give that one to you. Like, I won't even bring up that, how did you know it was 85 feet again?
Right. And a lot of people are probably like, what kind of green even has 85 feet? Well, that's the thing is I don't use my pitching wedge. It makes me nervous. So I just putt from like...
the tee box.
I don't care where we are. I will try and putt from there. And that's why it was so crazy that it went in.
Your all-time greatest sports accomplishment was also a golf course one. What's up, Jay?
One time I golfed at Victoria, and the guy was on the green changing the hole on the par 3 on the back 9. And he changed the hole on me without putting the flag in the hole. And I basically got an unofficial hole-in-one because the new hole would have been like the new flag, basically. And he cut the hole, left the old pin in, walked off the green, let us finish, and then basically finished changing the hole after we left the hole. And I was like, dude, you should have just waited for us to finish or continue doing it and then leave, you know?
So there were 2 holes on the green, and Jay hit one of them. Would you consider that to be a hole-in-one?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Especially that it was the new one.
I would take anything. One of the guys I was golfing with yesterday said that they've golfed before with an old coworker who had never golfed in their life. And there was the hole-in-one prize where you win like 10 grand if you get it in. The kid didn't get it in, but on the next hole he did.
No.
Got a hole-in-one on the hole immediately after that.
Prize?
And the guy had never golfed before. Isn't that infuriating?
Yeah, this could almost be almost awesome sports moments, eh?
Lucas texted in from Stony Plain. Thanks for listening, Lucas. He said, my biggest sports accomplishment was in grade 9. Here, this is why this topic is so fun, because you still remember things from junior high. We were playing softball. I managed to read a fly ball into center field, properly caught it barehanded off the first bounce, and gunned the guy down at first base by half a step.
Nice.
Since then, I've never done anything even remotely close to that awesome. Still riding that grade 9 high.
Awesome. I had a buddy of mine who was leaning on the back fence at a slow pitch game, talking to somebody as they were walking by.
So was he playing or he was just...
He was playing, but he was at a tournament and he saw somebody he knew and he just said hey and was talking with them for a second. And there was a pop fly to him and his glove got caught in the fence and he couldn't get it out. So he just ditched the glove and ran and went and caught it with his bare hands, which was a pretty cool moment.
These are the stories I live for.
Yeah.
I just wish that everything was recorded. Like you said, if the government really is watching us, can they keep those tapes?
Please send me my highlight reels.
I need them.
I would say my biggest accomplishment in sports was I play slow pitch with a group of guys from my hometown that weren't overly athletic, like some good athletes, but nothing crazy. And we put together this slow pitch team pretty much because we got cut from the other ones in town. And we ended up...
You guys were the rejects. That's like every Disney movie plot line.
Honestly. And we ended up winning our hometown tournament 3 years in a row against these other really athletic teams.
I bet that felt so good.
I was the pitcher for all 3 of them.
Oh, yeah.
Man, it just felt awesome. Woo!
See? Riding that high.
Yeah.
We all want to try and protect our coral reefs, and Thailand has made an announcement that across its marine national parks, it's banning people from being able to use sunscreens that contain chemicals that are known to damage the coral. So there are 4 different ingredients that are banned because they're shown to destroy chemical larvae. So I just like that they're taking these steps to protect the coral reef at all costs. That's pretty awesome. Kind of scary at the same time. It's like, what are we putting on our skin?
Yeah.
It's protecting us from the sun, but what is it doing?
Honestly.
Otherwise, yeah.
Tell me something good.
That's why I don't wear it.
No, I actually didn't wear sunscreen yesterday on the golf course, and I regret it. I regret it so much. Wear your sunscreen.
All right, my story also has to do with water. This is one of the coolest stories I've ever read. And we do this segment every day and have for years.
Okay, let's hear it.
There is an elite squadron of 350 trained canines in Italy.
I already love this story. Okay.
That are used to patrol the beaches and are working lifeguards. So they have like their life jackets on already. And they just prowl the beaches. And when somebody's in trouble, gets swept out by the current, which happens a lot, they jump into action and go and give the people a flotation device, which is them, and help them swim back to safety.
Doggy paddle.
They have saved upwards of 30 lives annually.
Wow.
Isn't that incredible?
I love stories like this. But also imagine, this reminds me of the movie Air Bud. Like imagine going to apply for a job and you're like, I can be a lifeguard. And they're like, sorry.
That job's taken.
This golden retriever over here is good enough.
Swim Bud already has it covered.
Tell me something good.
It is Friday the 13th. We want to hear from you at 780-784-7107 with time superstition has come to fruition.
I love that rhyme.
Thank you.
Melissa from the Northeast texted in and said, I dropped a fork, which means a woman is going to come to your door, according to my mom. And sure enough, our doorbell rang and it was a woman.
And what?
I don't know. That's all she said.
Oh.
But it's just like that alone, it makes me, like, it gives me goosebumps.
So you think pink cars, when you see those, wealth comes your way, and you feel like that's come to fruition a few times? That you've won like a $20 scratch and win?
Yeah.
Or
When you see a pink car, that's good luck.
for financial reasons.
Yeah. It means money is on the way. So just remember that.
So there's good superstitions, right?
Yeah, of course.
There's also bad ones. Yours has been pretty crazy at 780-784-7107. Break the story down for us.
So my story goes like this. Since 2013, my family hasn't celebrated Christmas together because we had 6 deaths straight in a row on Christmas Day. So it's a superstition for us that we don't celebrate Christmas together.
No.
So it was 6 in a row leading up to when you stopped celebrating Christmas?
On Christmas Day.
On Christmas Day at our house, we had 6 deaths in a row, all on separate years. My Auntie Marilyn passed away. The next year, her husband, Uncle Kim, passed away. My cousin Jeffrey, unfortunately, choked the year after that, and we weren't able to revive him. We had a heart attack the year after that. It was just death after death after death, and we just stopped getting together in person because it's a superstition.
And I mean, this is a morbid question, but has anybody passed on Christmas since?
Not on Christmas. Obviously, we've had deaths.
You're right.
Outside of the day, but Christmas Day was a heck for us until 2014 was our last year. That we didn't celebrate together was 2014.
Wow, that is heavy. Thank you for sharing that.
No worries.
On Play 107.
There are going to be some big name celebrities in town this weekend. We'll get into that coming up in a few minutes. One of which is Classified, who was here last night headlining an outdoor show at Union Hall. I had a cool story, actually, that popped up on my Facebook feed this morning. A friend of mine, Jen, is a fan of Classified, but her daughter is an even bigger fan. Sadly, it wasn't an all-ages show. So Jen went, and then after was able to get backstage, meet Classified, and FaceTimed her daughter, and Classified had like a 2-3 minute conversation with her kid.
He is a sweet angel.
Yeah, he is. And like always down to do whatever. So we've actually done a couple tracks with him.
I remember because he was the first celebrity I had ever met in the radio industry. So when he came in, I was really intimidated by him. And then he starts talking and you're like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
This guy is humble and kind.
Totally see yourself like just being good buddies with him for sure. So one of the songs we did, you've probably heard if you listen to the show much, is Minivan. Mm-hmm. Just paying tribute to one of the best vehicles ever created. But we also did a song about not going out. And because it's Friday, it's going to be really hot this weekend. Maybe you're thinking about staying in. We thought with the great show we put on last night, it would only be fitting to play the other track that we don't play quite as much around here with Classified.
Yep.
Here's Staying In. Yeah.
I'm never going out again. I'm never going out again. I'm staying in, staying in, staying in, yeah.
I got my sweatpants on and my shirt was for free. I'm a lean, mean, relaxing machine. Crack a beer, this is gonna be extreme. I forgot just how fun it was to party with me. All my friends are lame, I got nowhere to go. So just hold on, I'm staying home. Yeah.
I'm never going out again. I'm never going out again. I'm staying in, staying in, staying in, yeah.
Went out last night, thought I was having a time, till I woke up the next morning, oof, my oh my. Couldn't find my purse, my hair was a mess. Lost my dignity, my wallet, mustard stains on my dress. Figured it's time to grow up, better start laying low. Gonna pop some corn, maybe start a new show. Just did jumping jacks, tried to contour. Knock, knock, who's there? Pizza's at the door.
I'm never going out again. I'm never going out again. I'm staying in, staying in, staying in, yeah.
Hey, yo, I work away, but I'm staying in. I never play to lose, so yeah, I play to win. I'm sitting on my couch, chilling in the house. I got a movie and some chips and my chicken, we ain't going out. I'm sick of smelling like a bar in the morning. Clothes stained from the drinks that we kept pouring. I'm happy where I'm at, I don't need no more exploring. You wanna hit the club, you better give me fair warning. Cause I hate dressing up, hate trying to get fancy. Hate the club scene and I ain't really good at dancing. You can wait around, but I don't wanna wait again. Tonight's the night, baby, and tonight we staying in.
I'm never going out again. I'm never going out again. I'm staying in, staying in, staying in, yeah.
There it is.
There it is. So is that your new anthem? Do you like it? Because we'll play it more if you want us to.
Here's the thing, though. You're not going to be able to see all the celebrities that are around Edmonton if you're staying in this weekend. We'll break down who you might see next.
07.
So Edmonton's going to be a busy place this weekend and packed with celebrities, including some comedy legends that are going to be just in and around town.
Yep. So keep your eyes peeled because you might run into a celebrity. We have the Rock Fest that's shaking down at the Edmonton Exhibition Lands racetrack infield. That's tomorrow, I think, correct?
Yeah, and then tonight and Sunday there is the comedy festival.
Okay.
So tonight, and you saw on Instagram, David Spade posted about how he's on his way to Edmonton.
Yeah, he posted from the airport. Nikki Glaser, who's also performing, posted from her airplane.
She
saying,
sounds like she's a little nervous about doing a half an hour set. Or she posted like, can't believe I'm doing a half an hour set. I'm blessed. So she's excited, but...
Yeah, I think she does longer sets than that. She's like, I just can't believe I'm on my third flight of the day to go and do a 30-minute set in Edmonton.
Oh,
and she
gotcha.
She
Yeah.
said, not complaining, #blessed. Like, she's traveling to go and perform for just 30 minutes
That
for
is
us.
pretty
and,
wild,
and
eh?
we're gonna, the crowd's gonna love it. She's so funny. And then, the Rock Fest has Tom Cochran with Red Ryder, Glass Tiger, Prism, and more. So imagine just sitting down and like Tom Cochran sitting at the table beside you.
Or like Chelsea Handler, when she
my
get
gosh.
to town? She's performing Sunday night.
Sunday night she'll be here.
That's awesome.
Now that's somebody I want to meet, is Chelsea Handler.
Yes. Like somebody, she would be on my top 5 list of somebody I'd want to go for a few beers with.
Her,
And just
Sarah
pick their brain.
Silverman.
Yeah.
There's so many good female comedians that I would love to meet.
Nikki. She's the host of F-Boy Island, too, if you've been watching that show. And in my opinion, she's putting on the best hosted show of the sort of all time.
Because she just roasts all the guys on
and
it.
it's terrific. So look out for celebs. I mean, I'll be around town a bit,
Ryder
too.
will be there, too. Yeah.
7.
Time for Recommend Something, where we
Recommend something. Mine today is unconventional breakfast choices. This morning I had a bag of beef jerky and a box of Junior Mints, and I am on a high right now.
Just a perfect mix,
I
eh?
have the protein. I could lift a car, and I have enough sugar in my body
That you
keep
could
me
lift a car.
I have enough sugar fuel in my body to go for 3 days straight, no sleep.
Okay.
The reason I have a box of Junior Mints is Remy, one of our young listeners that listens in from Lloydminster, Saskatchewan, heard us talking on the show about how I can't find Junior Mints anywhere in the city. And he sent me some from Saskatchewan with his mom. Mm-hmm. Anyway, I'm never eating them again, though, because I checked out the sugar content.
Oh, really?
61 grams of sugar in one box of Junior Mints.
So you are fired up. But yeah, shout out to Remy. That made Lisa's morning.
It was so sweet.
We appreciate you.
It was my last ever box of Junior Mints. But I do think that people should start exploring different kinds of breakfast.
Well, the fact that you can get all-day burgers at A&W.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I will have a teen burger at 4:30 in the morning if we stop there.
You could walk into a 24-hour gas station and have whatever you want.
Yeah. Your High Guard pizza sub, go for it.
A crunchy,
Breakfast.
an Aero bar. Who cares?
Get it. You
Get
got
it.
lots of time to burn off whatever you eat.
That's another thing.
Yeah. All right. My recommend something today is staying hydrated, especially to wash down things like jerky and Junior Mints. Now, here's what I noticed. A week ago, I'm playing a doubleheader slow pitch every Thursday. It's a little bit much. 14 innings total. Like, come on. For this old body, it's tiring. So last week, I was just really well hydrated last Thursday for whatever reason. I think I was watching the Olympics and they were all just chugging water.
So you were like, I'm influenced.
Yeah. And I drank a ton of water and I felt like a 23-year-old out there.
Whoa.
I was running the corners like
You were
jumping
also
around.
glowing. Like you had a glow to you. You looked hydrated.
Really?
Yeah. You can tell when someone's been drinking water.
I was also sweating profusely. That might have been the water. Anyway, felt great. Last night, I went and played a doubleheader after being in a golf tournament where I had a couple beers on the course, like nothing serious, but didn't drink water.
Ew.
And my legs felt like lava. Like they were filled with poison.
They were heavy. They were filled with cement.
Yeah, like I even got made fun of for how I was running because my legs were so sore and heavy.
No water yesterday.
Yeah, so I'm just going to really recommend almost every problem in your life can be solved with some water.
Almost every.
Yeah.
Not
like,
all.
No.
And plus, just like on a plus side with our recommend something segment, if you really want to hurt someone's feelings, tell them that it looks like they don't drink water.
Or
that is the worst burn. If somebody told me, you look like someone that doesn't drink a lot of water, I would be like beside myself.
Yeah.
That is such a good burn.
Or that you look like you eat a lot of Junior Mints.
Yeah.
That would hurt.
Yeah.
Ryder and Lisa.
Brought to you by Southtown Hyundai.
Play 107.